Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a project pan update for you. Now I did film this a few days ago and footage is not working, so I am trying again. So I do have unfortunately some notes missing because I threw away my post-it with all my notes. So I'm just going to go off of my app for the usages and we'll go from there. But hope you are doing well. Let's go ahead and dive in. I'm working on 10 products at a time, and I'm doing a combination of usage goals, hitting pan, and finishing products up from my makeup collection. So I have quite a few rolling out this time. My last update was 2 months ago, and I'm really happy with the progress I've made. So let's go ahead and dive in, starting with the biggest one that is finally done, my e.l.f. bronzer. So this bronzer has been hanging on for quite some time. This is a really nice product. I'm happy it's done because I've been focusing on panning it for quite a while. However, I would consider purchasing it. It worked really well for me. It was inexpensive, good shade match, and it lasted a long time. This is one of the ones, unfortunately, I don't have the numbers for. I believe it was about 110 times this year that I used it, but I've been panning this for a few years and I don't have the previous year's numbers. So, I mean, a long time I've been working on this, but I'm really, really happy it is done. So I did repress this and that, helped me use up the last bit. So that happened at the beginning of the month on August 5th, which was very, very exciting. Let's stick with some cheek products. I have 2 blushes in the project. So the first one is this single little mini from Hourglass. This is the Diffused Heat Ambient Lighting Blush. This is new to me. I bought it this year. I had the goal to use it 40 times, and I have used it 33 times. So it is staying in the project. I'm not quite hit the 40, but I'm really happy with the summery kind of pop of color that this brings to the cheeks. So I'm going to finish up those last few uses and then move on to maybe some more muted or more orangey shades for the fall time. I apologize, I am still fighting this nasty cough cold situation, so I'm sure that this video will be choppy, but I really do like this. This is staying in the project. The other powder blush I had was from my Hourglass Quad. This is from the 2020 holiday collection. So this one also had the goal to use it 40 times. I've used it 15 times. This is the blush right here. It's kind of a rose shade. So this will obviously be staying in. I've only used 14 times, but this is a great kind of more berry tone shade that I can use in the fall. And while we have this open, I'll talk about this highlighter. As you can see, there is more pan showing kind of on this edge. I have the goal to use this highlighter 50 times. I've used it 40 times. I've been using it on my face, but I've also been using it as an inner corner eyeshadow highlight. So that has been kind of a dual purpose. I'm really pleased with the progress I'm making on it. I can definitely see more pan just about every day, which makes me happy. And then just bonus, I finished up the bronzer in here. So after I finished up the e.l.f. bronzer, I went and moved into the palette here. This is the other bronzer that had pan on it. So I've been working diligently to finish that up. And it's officially finished. So I'm really happy overall with how this palette is looking. And I did buy a new Hourglass palette for this year. So yeah, I love seeing how used this is. And I do really enjoy the Hourglass formulas of all of their cheek products. They're just so beautifully thin and finely milled. It's a pleasure to work with those products. Now, if you recall, I also had a cream blush. This is the ColourPop Blush Sticks in the shade Cool It, which is just a light pink, kind of cool tone pink. I think I've learned that cream products just aren't my jam. I kind of had to force myself to use this one. I had the goal to use it 40 times. I did, in fact, use it 40 times. I have a little tracker here in my planner of the usage. Obviously, I had a little bit of usage, but there's still quite a bit in the component itself. That's just a product I never see myself finishing up. Honestly, there's just too much in here for me to ever feel like I could possibly finish it because I use so little of it. So it was good to get some usage on it. I'm just not crazy about cream, so that's good for me to know my preferences so I don't purchase creams in the future that are going to be a struggle for me to use up. All right, and then I had one other highlighter that I'll throw in here. This is the I Heart Revolution Aristocats highlight. This is called Duchess, and it is a yellowy highlight. It is too dark for me to use on my face. I do have a little bit of pan in there, which is fun. I use this as a body highlight. So I have like a fluffy kabuki brush, and I'll just brush it maybe like on my shoulders, across my chest, down the fronts of my legs if I'm wearing shorts or a skirt or a dress or something. And it's nice. My goal was to keep it in all summer, so this is going to be rolling out because I wanted to see how often I reached for it. Now, unfortunately, the summer wasn't the best test of this product, I would say, because basically all of August, we were in and out of the hospital. My husband was sick. He's doing better now. We have some outpatient therapies and things going on, but I really wasn't wearing a ton of makeup, and the makeup I was wearing was pretty basic just to cover up my stress sits. So I wasn't using this body highlight too much. I used it 10 times over the summer. I think what I've learned from this, I'm going to keep it in my collection because it's still good for a couple more years to my standards, but I probably won't go out of my way to purchase a body highlight in the future. I would just use a highlighter that I already have that I can use on my face and also my body. Like, I don't feel like I need a specific shade for my body, you know? So this was good. It's going to be rolling out because we are getting into more like long sleeve jean season as the fall comes around. Okay, let's talk about one more face product and then we can move into lip products. This is the Revolution Matte Fix Oil Control Fixing Spray. I use this as my setting spray every day. I did not love this, so I was happy to finish it up. I can't remember how many uses it took me to finish it, but it is all gone. Wouldn't recommend this one. It didn't really do anything as far as like mattifying or keeping me less shiny throughout the day. So, you know, I used it up. It's not that big a deal. I work from home, so my face, you know, is a little bit filtered through the camera of my web meetings and stuff, but yeah, it definitely didn't do anything to help me. Let's talk about another empty. Last time I brought in the Wet n Wild Brulee single eyeshadow, and I have finished this all the way up. There wasn't a ton left in here. I use a shade like this every single day when I do my eye makeup. I use it to set my primer. I use it to highlight my brow bone. I use it just to kind of blend anything that might get too dark. This is a very important utility type shade for me in my collection. So I'm happy that I finished this one up. Earlier this year, I bought 3 of these Wet n Wild singles, so I already have another one on the go. But yeah, I did finish this one up. I think it took me 18 uses from when I rolled in for just, I think it was 98 uses in total for me to finish the whole thing. So that's good to know that this lasts me about 100 uses. I don't wear makeup every single day, so it's not like I actually need, you know, 365 days worth of Brulee in my collection any year, but it is good for me to know, you know, on average how long it kind of takes. So this is completely done. I'm super excited about that. Another empty. And then let's wrap up with a couple of products. This is the lipstick I've been focusing on all year. It is the Makeup Revolution Velvet Kiss Lip Crayon in the shade Chauffeur. It is what I have on my lips today. I generally wear this at least once a day when I do my makeup. This is the first lip product I put on every day. I don't typically reapply it. So this is where we're at. Again, I do have a little bit more usage since my update in my planner because I filmed this, you know, a few days ago and I have been using it. This is a nice lipstick. I'm happy with the shade. I mean, it's a nice kind of peachy nude, especially now that we're getting to the fall. I feel like it is more fall appropriate as a nude shade for me. But I think because I'm panning it all year, I'm just a little bit tired. So I'm looking forward to trying to mix it with other lipsticks and other glosses just to get a different color because I'm just honestly a little bit tired of it. Let me show you on my planner the progress I've made on the lipstick. So we can see here all the different markings. So I have made, I would say, pretty consistent progress. I'm definitely less than halfway from where I started, and I'm excited to finish it up at the end of the year. This has been a long time coming for this lipstick, and I would love to see it all the way through and know that I finished up a lipstick this year. But like I said, just looking for different ways to mix and match it. And then the last product to update you on is my lip gloss. This is the CoverGirl Yummy Gloss. It is a little like marked. I had it laying on the side. These are my most updated markings, so that is where I roughly am, this lowest line. So I'm not going to take out the stopper on this one. I'm just going to use it until I can't. I generally have it laying on its side so I can kind of take the wand and rub it up against the side and the walls to get a little bit more product, but I'm not going to try to like empty it all the way. This gloss has been living at my desk where I'm working. So like throughout the day, if my lips get a little bit dry, I am blowing my nose like crazy because I'm sick, and that kind of wipes away stuff. So this has been nice to just reapply quick, still have some moisture on my lips. I have used this gloss 24 times since bringing it into the project. I would say I probably have another 10 to 15 uses before I can't use this anymore. So we're just going to keep it in. Again, I'll use as much as I can up, and then it'll roll out. I bought this last summer and really loved it all, summer long. It was my go-to lip product. So I'm happy to finish it up this year. I would consider repurchasing it. It's nice. It's a little bit sticky, but I like that because it stays on. So yeah, this has been good. I'm not struggling with that lip product at all. So with all that being said, I have 5 products rolling out for this update. So I'm going to be bringing 5 more products in. And let's start with my primer. So this is my favorite face primer. This is from Fenty Beauty, and it is the Pro Filter True Matte Primer. I absolutely love it. I use 2 pumps every time I use my makeup. This is about where I'm at. I need to mark it. So I'm about halfway, I would say, as far as like this bottle goes. I absolutely love this. I'm panning it because I love it. And also I needed kind of like a 10th product to put in. So it's a little bit of a gimme because it's not going to be hard for me to finish. I don't know if I'll finish it quite before the next update. It might be at the finale at the end of the year, but I'll be working on this pretty consistently. It's not going to be a challenge to use it. This is my favorite primer. So at the VIB sale, I plan to purchase probably like 2 of them to get me through to the next VIB sale in the spring. That just typically tends to be the best price that I can find them at. So because it's a staple for me, I'm okay buying, like 2 at a time. Another staple, I'm bringing in another Wet n Wild Brulee eyeshadow. The goal is going to be to hit pan on this one, not completely finish it up by the end of the year. So this is what it's currently looking like. I would say I typically take my brush across the whole pan. I'm not really focusing it on one spot. But I've used it 4 times since I tried to film my last update, which was 4 days ago. So that makes sense. And we'll just see how many uses it takes me to hit pan, and then we'll go from there. But this should also be kind of an easy product because it's part of my daily routine. I also have a powder. This is from Fenty Beauty as well. I just find that Fenty has a lot of great products for oily skin. So if you are oily skin, definitely check out the primers, the powders, the foundations. I just think they're wonderful. So this is the Invisimatte Setting and Blotting Powder. This is what it looks like. I already have a good amount of pan in here, so my goal is going to be to finish it up. I have been using this as a touch-up powder, and also like on warmer days, I've been just dusting this all over my face. Kind of as a finishing powder just to put a little bit more protection and oil control on my face. But I absolutely love this. It's great with a brush. It's also great with the little like sponge it comes with to kind of blot in place. And I do have a replacement pan. One thing that I really enjoy is that you can pop the pan out and just buy the replacement pan. You don't need the whole package again, which is genius because this package is really sturdy. And, it saves some packaging from being recycled. So really, really love this, and I'm excited to finish this all the way up. I just think this will be a good product for us to track and see some pan progression over the next couple months. Now I'm going to bring in 2 more lip products with the hopes that it'll help me mix my long-standing lipstick a little bit more this fall. So the first one is from e.l.f. This is the Sheer Slick lipstick. I really love this formula, and this is the shade Black Cherry. I believe this is supposed to be the like Clinique, dupe at the drugstore. That is what it looks like right there. It's very shiny. It's very slick and slippery on the lips. So I have layered it with my Makeup Revolution lipstick, and I like the pairing. So that's a nice lipstick to bring in. My goal is going to be to use it 15 times just to kind of get some usage out of there. And then the second lipstick is from Tom Ford. It's a little mini that I got as a gift with purchase. And this is the shade Casablanca. This is also going to have the goal of 15 uses. So it is down here at the end. It has a little bit more berryness to it. But again, I think it would be nice to mix it with the Revolution lipstick and just kind of get a different combo on the lips, different shade. I also think it'd be pretty on its own. It definitely screams fall to me. I remember wearing this last year in Dublin when we were there in the fall, and I remember wearing it around Thanksgiving time. So this lipstick just is a fall lipstick in my mind. So I'm happy to bring it out. And again, the goal will be 15 uses for both of these new lip products coming into the project. And that, my friends, is everything. So I hope you've enjoyed this update. Let me know what you are panning down below in the comment section. I feel like I'm in good shape. I'm really happy with the progress I've made in all of the products I've panned this year. But we are kind of in the final stretch. So my next update will be in November, and then we'll do a finale in December. And then I'll start over in January. But I like to take a little bit of a break to not have anything panning like actively at the moment. So yeah, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.